Welcome to Infinite Storyverse. Today, you're about to witness a story that goes beyond age, beyond time, a story that unfolds in the silence of the night and blooms into something unforgettable. It's not just about what was said. It's about what was felt. Stay with us, because what began as a whisper in the dark became a revelation that changed everything. Wherever you're watching from, let us know in the comments. Share your city, your heart, your presence, because this story might just remind you that the most important connections aren't always loud. They're gentle, like this one. Chapter 1, The Unexpected Door. It was nearing midnight. The quiet of the house felt like a blanket pulled tight around me. The hum of the refrigerator, the rhythmic tick of the wall clock, and the occasional rustle of the wind brushing against the windows were the only sounds. I was wrapped in my familiar cotton robe, tucked beneath the quilt my mother had stitched decades ago, slipping gently into slumber when I heard it. The click of the door handle. The faintest creak of hinges. I blinked against the dim glow spilling in from the hallway. And then I saw him, Lucas, my grandson. Framed by the doorway. Silent. Still. He was 25, a man grown, confident, capable. But in that moment, he looked like something else entirely. Something hesitant. Something soft. Lucas? My voice cracked with sleep. Everything all right? He stepped inside slowly, clearing his throat. Yeah. I couldn't sleep. Chapter 2, The Weight of a Whisper. He sat at the edge of my bed, shoulders hunched, fingers toying with the seam of his shirt. The silence stretched between us, not awkward, but heavy, like it carried things unspoken. I've just been thinking, he finally said, about you. About time. About everything. I blinked, surprised. I hadn't expected to be the subject of late-night reflection. At my age, you grow used to fading into the backdrop of other people's lives. You become the wallpaper, familiar, comforting, but overlooked. I reached over and placed my hand gently on his. What about me, sweetheart? He looked up, and in his eyes I saw something vast, not quite sadness, but a longing. A reflection of the same ache I'd known for years. That ache of invisibility. You're still you, Grandma, he said. Not everyone sees it. But I do. The woman who danced barefoot in the kitchen. The one who hummed while she painted. The one who told me stories like secrets meant only for me. My throat closed up. Words caught behind emotion. Oh, Lucas, that means more than you could ever know. Chapter 3, Memories and Meaning. He stayed for a while, just sitting there, our hands clasped in a quiet unity. I wanted to speak, but instead, I remembered. Feeding his father as a colicky infant. Slow dancing to jazz with my late husband. Laughing on porches, crying behind closed doors. All the lives I had lived in this body. When he finally stood and slipped out of the room, I was no longer tired. I lay awake, staring at the ceiling. Not as an old woman. Not as someone forgotten. But as someone rediscovered. I mattered. Chapter 4, Morning Light. Sunlight spilled through the lace curtains. I lingered in bed, letting the warmth brush my cheeks. I didn't rise right away because I didn't want to let go of what had happened. Lucas had seen me. Not the age. Not the grandmother. Me. He was in the kitchen when I arrived, barefoot, scrambling eggs. Morning, he said, flashing that easy smile. Thought you might enjoy a slow start. I chuckled. You're spoiling me. Maybe I am. Maybe you deserve it. We sat at the kitchen table, sipping coffee. The silence between us wasn't empty. It was full of recognition. Chapter 5, Storms of Youth. Do you remember how I used to crawl into your bed during storms? He asked suddenly. I laughed. How could I forget? Those dinosaur pajamas and that poor stuffed bear. He smiled, but his eyes didn't. It wasn't really the thunder that scared me. I think I just felt safe with you. That touched something raw in me. When you become someone's safe space, you're never truly forgotten. Chapter 6, His Truth. He set his fork down, fingers nervously rubbing together. I've been feeling disconnected. From work. From people. Even my parents. It's like I'm moving through my life, but not really in it. I leaned forward, chin in palm. That feeling doesn't belong to the young, darling. It lives in all of us. You feel it too? Every day. The world assumes age grants clarity. But most of the time, we're just better at hiding the questions. His eyes softened. He reached across the table again. Took my hand. Who were you before you were Grandma? Who was Ashley? Chapter 7, Ashley Returns. Ashley. The name hit like a breeze on old skin. I was a dancer once. Not on a stage, but in my heart. I used to sneak into dance classes when your grandfather was deployed. I'd dance until my legs gave out. Why did you stop? Because life asked me to be everything else. A wife. A mother. A homemaker. And I gave it all of me. Do you regret it? No. But sometimes. I miss her. Chapter 8, The Conversation That Healed. Then tell me more, he said. Let me meet her. And so I did. We sat for hours, my words weaving together a life he had never known. My first heartbreak. The night I ran away at 17. The time I hitchhiked just to see a jazz band in Chicago. And for the first time I wasn't just telling stories. I was breathing life back into the girl I had once been. Lucas listened like it mattered. Like I mattered. Chapter 9, Shifts in the Silence. The afternoon darkened, clouds drawing a hush over the world. We curled up on the couch, feet brushing under the blanket. You were so brave, he whispered. I don't think I could ever do what you did. You already are, I told him. Searching for truth? That's the bravest thing anyone can do. He smiled shyly. And then, his foot lingered against mine. Just long enough. And I didn't move away. Chapter 10, What He Saw in Me. What do you see when you look at me, Lucas? I asked. He paused. Not Grandma. Not even Ashley. Just someone I feel closer to than anyone I've ever known. His voice trembled. I held that moment close, like a delicate thread. Not because it was wrong. But because it was real. He had found me in the night, not just in body, but in soul. And I, in turn, had rediscovered the woman I thought had disappeared.